What if I told you history is filled with secret plots and hidden agendas that might just be true? Imagine a world where the moon landing was staged, or where an unknown society pulls the strings behind world events. In this video, we're diving into 20 historical conspiracies that have baffled minds, evoked curiosity, and stirred endless debates. From lost civilizations to mysterious deaths, these stories will not only challenge what you think you know, but might make you question reality itself. Stick around, because by the end, you might find yourself rethinking the course of history as we unravel some of the most mind-boggling and captivating conspiracies ever documented. The first conspiracy involves the mystery of the lost city of Atlantis. According to ancient texts, Atlantis was a powerful and advanced civilization that disappeared overnight. Plato, the Greek philosopher, described Atlantis in his works, suggesting it was a wealthy and technologically advanced society located beyond the Pillars of Hercules. Theories about Atlantis range from it being a real place that sank due to a catastrophic natural disaster, to it being a myth created to illustrate philosophical ideas. Some researchers believe Atlantis might be located in the Mediterranean, while others think it could be in the Caribbean or even Antarctica. Supposed evidence includes underwater structures found near the Bahamas and unusual geological formations in the Atlantic Ocean. However, no definitive proof has been found to confirm its existence. The allure of Atlantis captivates because it suggests there might be lost knowledge and civilizations hidden beneath the ocean surface. Could Atlantis be a real place waiting to be discovered, or is it just a fantastical story? The mystery remains unsolved, but the search for this legendary city continues to inspire explorers and historians alike. The second conspiracy involves the disappearance of the Roanoke Colony. In 1587, over 100 English settlers established a colony on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina. By 1590, when a supply ship arrived, the colony was deserted with no trace of the settlers. The only clue left behind was the word Croatoan carved into a fence post and crow etched into a tree. This cryptic message has led to numerous theories about the fate of the colonists. Some believe they assimilated with local Native American tribes, such as the Croatoan or Lumbee, who have European features and oral histories suggesting integration. Others think the settlers tried to return to England on their own and perished at sea. There's also speculation about internal conflict or an attack by Spanish forces, who were rivals of the English at the time. Adding a layer of eerie detail, the word Croatoan has appeared in other enigmatic disappearances, like the last entry in the diary of Amelia Earhart before her vanishing, and on the bedpost of writer Ambrose Bierce before he disappeared in Mexico. Despite extensive archaeological efforts, no definitive evidence has been found to solve the mystery of the lost colony. The story of Roanoke highlights the perils and unknowns faced by early settlers and continues to captivate with its blend of historical intrigue and supernatural overtones. Could the fate of the Roanoke settlers ever be fully uncovered, or will it remain one of history's most haunting enigmas? The third conspiracy involves the Knights Templar's hidden treasure. The Knights Templar, a medieval Christian military order, rose to fame during the Crusades. They amassed immense wealth, owning properties across Europe, running an early banking system, and supposedly hoarding priceless artifacts. The most tantalizing myth is that the Templars hid their treasure to keep it out of the hands of their enemies. When King Philip IV of France and Pope Clement V disbanded the order in 1307, they arrested many Templars and seized their assets, but the treasure was never found. Some believe it was hidden in secret locations across Europe or transported to places like Scotland or North America. Legends include the Holy Grail, which some think the Templars possessed and concealed. Another theory suggests that the treasure is buried beneath Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland, a site linked to many Templar legends. Despite numerous hunts and speculative digs, no definitive proof of the treasure has been discovered. The mystery of the Knights Templar's hidden treasure continues to intrigue, blending the allure of medieval history with the excitement of a treasure hunt. Could the Templars' riches really be out there, waiting to be uncovered, or is it all just a myth? The search for answers keeps historians and adventurers hooked, perpetuating the legend of one of history's most enigmatic and enduring mysteries. The fourth conspiracy involves the curse of King Tut's tomb, a tale of strange deaths and mysterious occurrences following its discovery. In 1922, when British archaeologist Howard Carter uncovered the tomb of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, the world was stunned by the treasures within. However, soon after the tomb was opened, eerie incidents began to unfold. The most notable is the death of Lord Carnarvon, who funded the excavation. He died of an infected mosquito bite shortly after entering the tomb, sparking rumors of an ancient curse. Over the years, several others linked to the excavation also met untimely or unusual deaths, including Carter's personal secretary, his half-brother, and even visitors to the tomb. Some speculate that the so-called curse was due to exposure to harmful bacteria or toxins sealed within the tomb for centuries. Others believe it was mere coincidence or media sensationalism. Intriguingly, ancient Egyptian texts did warn of grave misfortune befalling those who disturbed the resting places of the pharaohs. The legend of King Tut's curse endures, fueled by the mix of historical fascination, unexplained deaths, and the magnetic allure of ancient Egypt. Could there be a rational explanation for these events, or does the curse of the pharaohs hold some truth? The mystery of King Tut's tomb continues to captivate and inspire wonder about the secrets of the ancient world. The fifth conspiracy involves the mystery of the man in the iron mask. This enigmatic prisoner was held in various French jails during the late 1600s, including the infamous Bastille. According to records, he was arrested in 1669 under orders from King Louis XIV, and was forced to wear a mask to conceal his identity. The secrecy surrounding his imprisonment has led to numerous theories about his true identity. One popular theory suggests that he was the twin brother of King Louis XIV, hidden away to prevent any disputes over the throne. This idea was famously dramatized in Alexander Dumas's novel, The Man in the Iron Mask, where the masked man is depicted as Philippe, the king's identical twin. Another theory posits that he was a disgraced nobleman or a political enemy, such as the Italian diplomat Count Ercole Antonio Mattioli, who was accused of double-crossing the French government. Some even believe he could have been Eustache Dorger, a valet who knew sensitive state secrets. Despite these intriguing theories, no definitive evidence has emerged to confirm the prisoner's identity. The mystery persists, fueled by the lack of official records and the dramatic nature of his story. The tale of the man in the iron mask continues to fascinate historians and the public alike, blending the allure of royal intrigue with the eternal quest for truth. Could we ever uncover the true identity of this mysterious figure, or will he remain one of history's most beguiling enigmas? The search for answers continues, keeping the legend alive and captivating our imaginations. The sixth conspiracy involves the question of who really built the pyramids. The traditional story tells us that ancient Egyptians constructed these monumental structures using a large workforce of laborers over many decades. However, alternative theories have emerged that challenge this narrative. Some suggest that the pyramids were built with the help of advanced technology that far surpasses what should have been available during that time period. Proponents of this theory often cite the precision of the stone blocks, each weighing several tons, and their meticulous alignment with astronomical bodies. One popular theory is that extraterrestrial beings aided in the construction, providing the necessary technology and knowledge. This idea is fueled by ancient texts and artwork that some interpret as depictions of alien encounters. Another theory proposes that a now-lost advanced civilization with sophisticated engineering capabilities could have been responsible. This civilization is thought to have existed long before the ancient Egyptians, perhaps even predating known history. Supporters of this theory point to the lack of convincing explanations for how the massive stones were quarried, transported, and perfectly positioned. There's also speculation about the use of sound or vibration technology to lift and move the massive blocks, drawing on references to mysterious sound-based methods found in various ancient cultures. While these theories remain speculative, they highlight the enduring mystery and intrigue surrounding the pyramids. Could there be a hidden chapter in human history waiting to be uncovered? Or is it possible that ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge and skills that we have yet to fully understand? The true story behind the construction of the pyramids continues to captivate scholars and enthusiasts, inviting us to explore beyond conventional explanations and consider the extraordinary possibilities. The seventh conspiracy involves the Vatican's secret archives, a treasure trove of hidden documents that have tantalized historians and conspiracy theorists alike. The archives housed in Vatican City are known to contain records dating back centuries, encompassing an extensive range of religious, political, and cultural documents. Access to these archives is highly restricted, fueling speculation about what secrets they might hold. Some believe the archives contain evidence of extraterrestrial life, suggesting the Church has long been aware of alien encounters and has kept this information hidden from the public. Another theory posits that the archives hold lost texts and gospels that could reshape our understanding of Christianity, including writings that challenge or contradict the established biblical narrative. There is also speculation that the archives contain detailed accounts of secret dealings and political machinations involving the papacy and world leaders, revealing a hidden layer of influence and control exerted by the Vatican throughout history. Additionally, some suggest the archives may include prophetic texts or visions that the Church deems too destabilizing to release. Despite these theories, the true contents of the Vatican's secret archives remain largely unknown, shrouded in mystery and guarded with utmost secrecy. Could there be truths within these documents that would alter our understanding of history, religion, or even humanity itself? The allure of the Vatican's secret archives continues to fascinate, inviting endless curiosity and imagination about what might lie behind those locked doors. The eighth conspiracy involves the death of Princess Diana, a tragic event that continues to fuel controversy and speculation. On August 31, 1997, Princess Diana died in a car crash in Paris, along with her companion Dodi Fade and the driver Henry Paul. Official investigations concluded that the crash was caused by Paul driving at high speed under the influence of alcohol. However, numerous conspiracy theories have emerged, suggesting a more sinister cause behind her death. One prominent theory posits that Diana was assassinated by the British establishment to prevent her from marrying Dodi, a Muslim, and potentially having a Muslim stepfather for the future king. Proponents of this theory believe the British intelligence service MI6 orchestrated the crash and covered it up. Another theory suggests that Diana was pregnant with Dodi's child, and this led to a plot to murder her to avoid scandal and protect the royal family's reputation. There are also claims that the paparazzi who were relentlessly pursuing Diana played a direct role in causing the crash, either intentionally or through reckless behavior. Adding to the intrigue, Diana reportedly expressed fears about a potential plot against her life in letters to friends. Despite multiple inquiries, including the Operation Paget investigation in 2004, which found no evidence of conspiracy, doubts persist. The tragic death of Princess Diana remains surrounded by unanswered questions and speculative scenarios. Could there be hidden truths behind what was officially deemed an unfortunate accident? Or are these theories merely the product of a public trying to make sense of an unexpected and heartbreaking loss? The mystery of Princess Diana's death continues to captivate and provoke debate, ensuring that her legacy and the speculation around her untimely demise endure. The ninth conspiracy involves the mystery of Oak Island, an enigmatic site off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, that has captivated treasure hunters for centuries. The intrigue began in 1795 when a young boy named Daniel Maginnis discovered a depression in the ground and, along with friends, started to dig. They uncovered layers of wooden planks and signs of human activity, leading to the belief that something valuable was buried below. Over the years, numerous excavations have taken place, revealing a series of complex underground shafts and tunnels known as the Money Pit. Theories about what might be hidden there range from pirate treasure, possibly linked to Captain Kidd or Blackbeard, to lost artifacts such as the Holy Grail or manuscripts from Shakespeare. Some believe the treasure could be linked to the Knights Templar, given the presence of symbols and objects reminiscent of European medieval history. The efforts to unearth the treasure have not been without peril. Multiple deaths and mysterious accidents have occurred, leading some to speculate that the island is cursed. Despite advanced technology and significant financial investment, no definitive treasure has been found, but intriguing artifacts like an ancient Spanish coin, a lead cross, and fragments of parchment have been unearthed, fueling ongoing speculation. Could Oak Island's money pit hold one of the greatest treasures of all time, or is it merely an elaborate hoax? The enduring mystery and the tantalizing possibility of a grand discovery continue to draw adventurers and researchers to Oak Island, perpetuating its legend. The search goes on, inviting us to ponder what secrets might lie buried under the island's surface. The 10th conspiracy involves the infamous D.B. Cooper heist, a daring mid-air hijacking that has perplexed investigators and captivated the public for decades. On November 24, 1971, a man using the name Dan Cooper, later mistakenly referred to as D.B. Cooper, boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines flight from Portland to Seattle. Shortly after takeoff, he handed a note to a flight attendant claiming he had a bomb in his briefcase. Cooper demanded $200,000 in cash, 4 parachutes, and a refueling truck ready to meet the plane in Seattle. Remarkably, the airline complied with his demands, and upon landing, the passengers were released in exchange for the ransom and parachutes. Cooper then instructed the flight crew to fly toward Mexico City at a low altitude and slower speed. Somewhere over the dense forests of the Pacific Northwest, Cooper opened the plane's rear stairs and jumped into the night, cash in hand. Despite an extensive manhunt and countless investigations, Cooper was never found, and his true identity remains unknown. Several theories have emerged over the years, ranging from Cooper being an experienced skydiver to him being a rogue military operative with knowledge of aircraft. Some believe he perished in the jump, his body and the money scattered in the wilderness, while others suggest he survived and managed to disappear without a trace. Pieces of the ransom money were discovered by a young boy on the banks of the Columbia River in 1980, but no further evidence has surfaced. The mystery of D.B. Cooper's fate, whether he met a tragic end or lived out his life in secrecy, continues to intrigue and inspire endless speculation. Could we ever uncover the true story behind one of the greatest unsolved heists in history, or will D.B. Cooper's legend remain an eternal enigma? The quest for answers endures, blending the thrill of a high-stakes crime with the allure of an unsolved mystery. The 11th conspiracy involves the identity of Jack the Ripper, a notorious figure whose reign of terror in London's Whitechapel district in 1888 left a trail of fear and mystery. The gruesome murders of at least 5 women, all attributed to Jack the Ripper, have sparked endless speculation about the killer's true identity. One prominent suspect is Montague John Drute, a barrister and schoolteacher whose suicide shortly after the last murder led some to believe he was the Ripper. Drute's connection to the area and the timing of his death have fueled this theory, though concrete evidence remains elusive. another suspect is Aaron Kosminski, a Polish barber and known schizophrenic who was committed to an asylum shortly after the murders ceased. Recent DNA analysis of a shawl purportedly belonging to one of the victims has pointed to Kosminski, but questions about the evidence's authenticity persist. Other theories propose that the Ripper was someone with medical knowledge, such as Sir William Gull, Queen Victoria's physician. This idea is based on the precise manner in which the victims' bodies were mutilated, suggesting a skilled hand. Additionally, there's the theory that the Ripper was actually a woman, dubbed Jill the Ripper, with suspects like Mary Piercy, who was convicted of a similar brutal murder. The lore surrounding Jack the Ripper is not just limited to individuals. Some believe the killings were part of a larger conspiracy involving the Freemasons, aiming to cover up secrets or eliminate undesirables. Despite countless investigations, books, and even modern forensic advancements, Jack the Ripper's true identity remains one of history's most chilling unsolved mysteries. Could the Ripper have been among the named suspects, or is the real killer someone who has slipped entirely under the radar? The quest to unmask Jack the Ripper continues to captivate and horrify, embodying the darkest aspects of human nature and the endless fascination with the unknown. The 12th conspiracy involves the Philadelphia experiment, an alleged naval military experiment that has sparked claims of teleportation and government cover-ups. According to popular accounts, in October 1943, the USS Eldridge, a destroyer escort, was part of a secret project aiming to render the ship invisible to radar. The experiment supposedly involved generating strong electromagnetic fields around the ship. What happened next is mired in mystery and controversy. Some eyewitnesses claimed the ship suddenly vanished from its dock in Philadelphia, only to reappear minutes later in Norfolk, Virginia. They reported that when the ship returned to Philadelphia, crew members experienced severe side effects including nausea, mental disorientation, and even being fused into the ship's metal structures. Proponents of the conspiracy theorize that the experiment accidentally achieved teleportation, with some suggesting it also opened a door to another dimension. Skeptics argue that the story is a fabrication, pointing out inconsistencies and a lack of verifiable evidence. The U.S. Navy has officially denied that such an experiment ever took place. However, the tale gained traction when a man named Carlos Allende claimed to have witnessed the event and later corresponded with Morris Jessup, an astronomer and UFO enthusiast, providing detailed, albeit unverified, descriptions. Adding a layer of intrigue, Jessup's book on UFOs was mysteriously annotated with references to the Philadelphia experiment by someone claiming inside knowledge. Despite these strange connections, no credible documentation has surfaced to corroborate the extraordinary claims. Could the Philadelphia experiment have been a groundbreaking secret military project, or is it merely an elaborate myth born out of wartime paranoia and imaginative storytelling? The story continues to captivate conspiracy theorists and sci-fi enthusiasts, blending elements of technology, the unexplained, and government secrecy into a compelling modern legend. The 13th conspiracy involves the Roswell UFO incident, one of the most famous and enduring UFO events in history. In July 1947, a rancher named Mac Brazel discovered strange debris on his property near Roswell, New Mexico. Initial reports from the Roswell Army Airfield described the find as a flying disc, sparking a flurry of interest and speculation. However, just days later, the military retracted the statement, claiming the debris was from a weather balloon. This sudden shift fueled suspicions of a cover-up and the belief that the debris was actually from an extraterrestrial spacecraft. Eyewitnesses, including military personnel, later claimed to have seen not only the wreckage but also alien bodies recovered from the crash site. These accounts were corroborated by deathbed confessions and leaked government documents, suggesting a vast conspiracy to hide the truth. The U.S. government's explanation shifted again in the 1990s, attributing the debris to a top-secret project named Mogul, aimed at detecting Soviet nuclear tests. This did little to quell the belief that something otherworldly had crashed at Roswell. The Roswell incident has since become a cornerstone of UFO lore, inspiring countless books, movies, and theories. Could the truth behind Roswell ever be fully revealed, or will it remain shrouded in secrecy and speculation? The mystery endures, inviting us to question what really happened that fateful summer and whether we are indeed alone in the universe. The 14th conspiracy involves the theory that the moon landing was faked. This idea suggests that NASA, under immense pressure to beat the Soviets during the Cold War, staged the moon landing in 1969. Proponents argue that the technology of the time was not advanced enough to safely send astronauts to the moon and return them to Earth. They contend that the mission was filmed on a soundstage directed by Hollywood filmmakers. Supposed evidence for this theory includes anomalies in the photos and videos from the Apollo missions. Critics point to the American flag appearing to wave in a breeze despite the moon having no atmosphere. Additionally, there are claims about inconsistent lighting and shadows in the footage, suggesting artificial lighting. Skeptics also question the absence of stars in the lunar sky in the photos, arguing that stars should be visible. Another argument centers on the Van Allen radiation belts, which surround Earth and are said to be highly radioactive. Some theorists claim that the astronauts could not have survived passing through these belts without lethal exposure to radiation. Also, the lack of a blast crater beneath the lunar module where it landed is cited as evidence that it did not actually touch down on the moon's surface. Despite these claims, extensive evidence supports the reality of the moon landing. Over 400,000 people worked on the Apollo program, and it seems unlikely that such a huge number could keep a hoax secret. Moon rocks brought back by the astronauts have been studied worldwide and are consistent with lunar geology. Furthermore, subsequent lunar missions and satellites have provided detailed maps of the moon's surface, including the landing sites. Could the moon landing conspiracy be one of history's greatest deceptions, or is it merely a product of skepticism and misinformation? The debate continues, but the vast majority of experts maintain that humanity did indeed take that giant leap in 1969, leaving behind footprints on the moon that endure to this day. The 15th conspiracy involves the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, a tragic event that has sparked countless theories and debates since that fateful day on November 22, 1963. Officially, the Warren Commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald, acting alone, was responsible for killing JFK. However, this explanation has left many unconvinced, leading to a proliferation of alternative theories about who really orchestrated the assassination. One of the most popular theories suggests that the CIA was involved. According to this theory, the CIA viewed Kennedy as a threat to its power and interests, particularly after the botched Bay of Pigs invasion and Kennedy's attempts to improve relations with the Soviet Union. Another theory posits that the Mafia had a hand in JFK's death. This idea is largely based on the Kennedy administration's aggressive crackdown on organized crime, which made powerful enemies within the Mafia who had both the motive and means to orchestrate such a high-profile assassination. Some believe that Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was involved in a plot to remove Kennedy and ascend to the presidency. Proponents of this theory argue that Johnson had political ambitions and stood to gain the most from Kennedy's death. There's also speculation about possible involvement by anti-Castro Cuban exiles who felt betrayed after the Bay of Pigs fiasco and were determined to retaliate against Kennedy. Additionally, some theories suggest that Oswald was merely a patsy and that multiple shooters were involved in a coordinated effort, supported by inconsistencies in eyewitness accounts and forensic evidence that seemingly contradict the lone gunman theory. Despite multiple investigations and the release of thousands of documents, the true nature of the conspiracy, if there was one, remains elusive. Could we ever uncover the real story behind one of the most scrutinized and controversial events in modern history? Or will the assassination of JFK remain an eternal mystery? The quest for answers persists, captivating historians, researchers, and the public with its blend of political intrigue and enduring enigma. The 16th conspiracy involves the lost Roman legion, an ancient mystery that suggests a Roman military unit may have ended up in China. The story begins with the defeat of Marcus Crassus at the Battle of Carrhae in 53 BC, where thousands of Roman soldiers were captured by the Parthians. According to some accounts, these prisoners were forced to march eastward, possibly integrating into other military campaigns and eventually disappearing from historical records. The mystery deepens with the intriguing discovery of a small village in western China named Liqian. What makes Liqian unique is its population, some of whom have distinctly European features such as fair hair and blue or green eyes, which are uncommon in the region. This has led to speculation that these villagers could be descendants of the lost Roman legion. Adding to the mystery are records from Chinese historian Ban Gu in the 1st century AD, describing a group of warriors who fought in a fish-scale formation, a tactic similar to the Roman testudo formation. These warriors were reportedly captured during a battle against the Huns and later settled in the Chinese frontier. DNA tests on Liqian villagers have shown some genetic markers consistent with European ancestry, though the results are not conclusive. Despite the tantalizing clues, mainstream historians remain skeptical, suggesting that the European features in the villagers may be the result of other historical migrations or intermarriages. The theory of the lost Roman legion in China captivates because it challenges our understanding of ancient interactions and the extent to which distant cultures might have connected. Could there be a hidden chapter of Roman history in the heart of China, or is this just a fascinating legend? The search for definitive evidence continues, keeping the mystery alive and inviting us to ponder the complexities of ancient history. The 17th conspiracy involves the Voynich manuscript, an enigmatic book that has puzzled scholars and cryptographers for centuries. Discovered in 1912 by rare book dealer Wilfrid Voynich, the manuscript is written in an unknown script and filled with bizarre illustrations of plants, astronomical symbols, and odd human figures. Despite extensive efforts, no one has been able to decipher the text or identify the plants and symbols depicted. Some believe it is a medieval medical or herbal text, while others think it might be a coded alchemical treatise or a work of pure fantasy. The origins of the Voynich manuscript are equally mysterious. Carbon dating suggests it was created in the early 15th century, but its author remains unknown. Speculation ranges from it being the work of a gifted medieval scribe to an elaborate hoax. Some theories propose that it was authored by Roger Bacon, a 13th century English philosopher known for his interest in alchemy and cryptography. Others suggest it was a product of the Italian Renaissance, possibly linked to the infamous House of Medici. The manuscript's peculiar language, Voynichese, appears to follow linguistic rules and patterns, leading some experts to believe it holds real content yet to be unlocked. Cryptographers, including those from American and British intelligence, have attempted to crack the code, but all have failed. Machine learning and AI have also been employed, with some suggesting it might be a constructed language or an early form of an artificial script. The mystery of the Voynich manuscript endures as each new theory invites more questions than answers. Could this cryptic book contain lost knowledge, hidden secrets, or is it simply an elaborate artistic creation? The quest to unravel its secrets continues, captivating minds and inviting us to ponder the limits of our understanding of history and language. The 18th conspiracy involves the true identity of Shakespeare, a debate that has intrigued scholars for centuries. The traditional view credits William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon with the authorship of the plays and poems that bear his name. However, some argue that Shakespeare lacked the education, aristocratic sensibilities, and intimate knowledge of the royal court apparent in his works. One prominent theory suggests that Edward de Vere, the Earl of Oxford, was the real author. De Vere was an educated nobleman with a literary background and connections to the Elizabethan court, fitting the profile of someone who could have penned the sophisticated and worldly plays attributed to Shakespeare. Another candidate is Francis Bacon, a philosopher and statesman. Proponents of the Baconian theory point to similarities between his writings and Shakespeare's plays, as well as cryptographic messages they claim to have found embedded in the text. There's also the theory that Christopher Marlowe, a contemporary playwright, faked his death and continued to write under Shakespeare's name. Supporters argue that similarities in style and content between Marlowe's and Shakespeare's works suggest a single author. Additionally, some believe that a group of writers, collectively known as the Shakespeare Authorship Coalition, collaborated to produce the works we attribute to Shakespeare. This theory posits that the name Shakespeare was used as a pseudonym to protect the true author's identities. Despite extensive debate and analysis, no conclusive evidence has surfaced to definitively prove or disprove these theories. Could the true identity of the bard be one of these proposed figures, or does the mystery lie even deeper? The quest to uncover the real author of Shakespeare's works continues to fascinate, blending literary scholarship with historical intrigue and inviting us to reconsider the origins of some of the greatest works in the English language. The 19th conspiracy involves the theory that Adolf Hitler escaped to Argentina at the end of World War II. According to mainstream history, Hitler committed suicide in his Berlin bunker on April 30, 1945. However, some believe he faked his death and fled to South America. This theory gained traction with declassified FBI documents and numerous eyewitness accounts suggesting Hitler's presence in Argentina. Proponents argue that Hitler and several high-ranking Nazis were smuggled out of Germany through a network known as the Rat Lines, which helped Nazi war criminals escape to South America. There is speculation about secret submarines transporting them across the Atlantic. Once in Argentina, it is believed Hitler lived under a false identity, protected by sympathetic locals and exiled Nazis. Some accounts even suggest he settled in a remote village in the Andes. Supporters of this theory point to the unexplained wealth of certain Argentinian towns and the German architecture found in parts of Argentina as evidence. Additionally, there are numerous reported sightings of Hitler in South America well into the 1960s. Skeptics dismiss these claims, citing the extensive investigations by Allied forces that concluded Hitler's death in 1945. They argue that the conspiracy lacks credible evidence and is fueled by sensationalism. While the idea of Hitler escaping justice and living out his days in Argentina is compelling, it remains a highly controversial and debated topic. Could there be undiscovered truths about the fate of one of history's most infamous figures, or is this simply a case of conspiracy theory run wild? The mystery of Hitler's alleged escape to Argentina continues to intrigue and provoke discussion, blending the realms of history and speculation in a fascinating narrative. The 20th conspiracy involves the mystery of the Mary Celeste, an eerie tale of an abandoned ship that has puzzled maritime historians for over a century. On December 4, 1872, the Mary Celeste was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean by the British brig Dei Gratia. The ship was in seaworthy condition, with its cargo intact and no signs of struggle or violence. However, the crew, including Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, and their 2-year-old daughter, were nowhere to be found. Lifeboats were missing, and the ship's logbook was last updated 10 days before the discovery. Numerous theories have emerged over the years to explain the disappearance. One theory suggests that an alcohol explosion caused the crew to abandon ship in a panic, only to be lost at sea. The Mary Celeste was carrying a cargo of denatured alcohol, and some speculate that fumes might have built up and led the crew to fear an imminent explosion. Another theory posits that the ship encountered a rogue wave or a waterspout, forcing the crew to evacuate. There is also speculation about piracy, although the lack of violence and intact cargo make this less likely. More imaginative theories include alien abduction or a mutiny led by the ship's first mate. Though no evidence supports these claims, skeptics believe it could have been a simple navigational error or a series of unfortunate events that led the crew to abandon the ship and perish. Despite extensive investigations and renewed interest over the years, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains one of history's most enduring maritime mysteries. Could we ever uncover what truly happened on that fateful voyage, or will the Mary Celeste forever sail the seas of our imagination as a ghost ship? The tale of the Mary Celeste continues to captivate, blending elements of intrigue, fear, and the unknown, inviting us to ponder the depths of the ocean's secrets. The honorable mentions involve the fate of Amelia Earhart, the Tunguska event, and the Bermuda Triangle. Amelia Earhart, the pioneering aviator, disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in 1937 while attempting to circumnavigate the globe. Despite extensive search efforts, neither her plane nor her remains were found, leading to numerous theories about her fate. Some believe she crashed and sank, while others suggest she was captured by the Japanese or lived out her days on a remote island. The Tunguska event refers to a massive explosion that occurred in 1908 over Siberia, flattening trees and causing devastation over a wide area. The cause remains a mystery, with theories ranging from a comet or asteroid impact to more exotic explanations like a small black hole or alien spacecraft. The Bermuda Triangle, a region in the North Atlantic Ocean, is infamous for the mysterious disappearances of ships and aircraft. While some attribute the phenomena to natural causes, like methane hydrates or compass variations, others suggest more supernatural or extraterrestrial explanations. These honorable mentions, while not an exhaustive list, highlight the intriguing and enigmatic nature of historical conspiracies that continue to fascinate and provoke curiosity. Let's shift the focus to you, our curious viewer. We've covered a plethora of fascinating historical conspiracies, each more intriguing than the last. But now we want to hear from you. Do you have a favorite conspiracy theory that we didn't mention, or maybe you know of a new one that's been flying under the radar? Drop a comment below and share your thoughts. Whether it's about ancient lost civilizations, mysterious disappearances, or even modern-day secrets, we want to know which theories keep you up at night. Your insights and suggestions could help us uncover even more captivating stories in future videos. So don't hold back, let's keep the conversation going and dive deeper into the mysteries of history together. In summary, we have journeyed through 20 enthralling historical conspiracies, each one presenting a tantalizing puzzle. From the legend of the lost city of Atlantis to the eerie enigma of the Mary Celeste, these stories challenge our understanding of history and invite us to explore beyond the surface. The allure of these mysteries lies not just in their unanswered questions, but in the endless possibilities they suggest about our past and the secrets that might still be hidden. As we unravel these tales, we are reminded that history is full of surprises and that sometimes the most intriguing stories are the ones that remain unresolved. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of historical conspiracies. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. And don't forget to share your thoughts and favorite theories in the comments below. Your engagement helps us bring more fascinating stories to light. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep wondering about the mysteries of our past.